Amaterasu is one of the strongest warriors in the game, but in order to use her effectively, you're gonna need to understand the basics. Hello there everyone, it's me, Keltick, your Smite professor, here today to talk about the basics on how to both play and build Amaterasu within Smite. Now let's quickly start by touching on her abilities. Amaterasu's passive is an activatable debuffing aura that is going to make all enemies affected by it take 10% more damage for its duration. Now, the way we go about activating this aura is by auto-attacking the same target 3 times. This is going to make that target glow, and then everything around that target, including that target, is going to take 10% more damage from all sources. Amaterasu's first ability switches between 2 different aura buffs that you give to your teammates. Yellow is speed mode, red is power mode. Now, speed mode, if you haven't guessed, gives everyone in an aura movement speed. And then power mode gives everyone in the aura power. You toggle between these 2 auras by pressing the button. As an added bonus, every single time you switch between the 2 auras, Amaterasu is also going to get some healing. Now, Amaterasu's second ability is her primary way to clear waves and deal damage. Now, let's have some fun with this. Basically, Amaterasu is going to activate this ability. It's going to persist for 5 seconds. As long as this ability is active, you are going to gain % damage mitigation. Now, further to this, as long as this is active, as you deal damage or take damage, this shield, which is shown on screen now, is going to gain and store power. This is going to deal bonus damage when this effect expires or when you refire this ability. Now, at max charge, it's going to double the amount of damage output that the shield will do. And basically, this attack is just a line attack that deals a lot of damage. Now, Amaterasu's third ability is a dash attack, and this dash attack has 2 interesting properties. First, when you get to someone, they're going to be silenced. Second, it is incredibly easy to catch. But here's the thing. If you are going to get caught, or in general, this line attack is going to persist with the silence. And what I mean by that is if we look on screen now, if someone catches the dash, the silencing effect is going to persist in the line that you were originally traveling in. So it can actually silence more than one enemy in a team fight if you're using it point blank range, what have you. Now, again, most of the time, especially during laning phase, it's a little bit awkward just because this is your primary way to escape and it's super easy to catch. But now you at least know that there's at least some positives if it does get caught in a team fight. Now, Amaterasu's ultimate shows her doing a fun little dance, and this dance has 3 large cone attacks. Now, it's important to note that Amaterasu is free to have some movement in between each of these 3 giant swings. Now, each swing does progressively more damage, and if you keep hitting multiple gods or at least one god with each cone, it's going to keep doing more effects. Now, let's talk about the effects. Hit 1 is just damage. Hit 2 slows every god that's hit, and hit 3 stuns every god that's hit. Now remember, in order to increase the damage and get to the slow or the stun, you need to hit at least 1 enemy god. Minions do not count. Now that we understand what Amaterasu's abilities do, let's quickly touch on a build. The build on your screen now is called the Weed Whacker build. The reason it's called the Weed Whacker build is because it looks like Amaterasu is wielding a weed whacker. She's just going to town. She's clearing the grass. Now, this is good for 2 reasons. First, you actually have a pretty good auto attack chain. Second, it's going to make applying your aura on the, the debuffing aura that we talked about in the passive, it's going to make that easy to apply and makes it so that you can consistently apply it. Plus, the Frostbound Hammer Slow gives you a lot more lockdown or, annoyance factor than you would have otherwise. Something very important that I need to add here is Amaterasu is very much a late game character. She needs her items online, so that she can at least get to mid game to late game where her ultimate and her auras are at maximum potency, where she can just help her team, she can set up, and she can disturb. This is not an early game pick, despite the fact that her second ability is one of the highest damaging level 1 abilities in the game. So that's really all the time I have to talk about Amaterasu. Just farm up, get to late game, and enjoy team fighting. Now, if you enjoyed this video, subscribe to this channel. I'm doing stuff like this all the time. Otherwise, if you want to keep learning with me right now, click that video on your screen and I will see you there. Otherwise, have yourselves a casual day and I will see you next time.